Hello, you're listening to Questboard, a podcast where we make up random side quests. My name is Brandon.
And I'm Tiffany. And just so you know, we are not professional writers in any way, shape, or form. At least we don't claim to be. We just really like tabletop RPGs. And we do this for fun.
That's right. How are you, Tiff?
You know, I'm pretty happy these days.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. You know Liquid Death, the drink. Not a sponsor, but if you guys want to, it's pretty awesome.
Okay.
I mostly drink that nowadays instead of soda because it's good. I've slightly sort of maybe been on a quest to find a Mountain Dew alternative because I've tried like all the other different like generic Mountain Dews out there. I just discovered Liquid Death's Mountain Don't.
I didn't know that they made one. Oh, is it caffeinated? That's why
It's not.
Oh.
I don't think any of their stuff is caffeinated.
Well, their teas are.
Oh, that's tea. That's naturally caffeinated.
Well, I didn't know if it was a part of that brand or not, or
No.
that line.
No, it's not tea. I
By
looked
the
on
way,
their website.
I miss Mountain Dew.
Well, here's your chance.
Well, no. Specifically, I miss Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Okay, Baja Blast is the best Mountain Dew.
The reason why I can't is because I cut caffeine for health reasons.
Right.
I've been, I want to say, 8 years now without caffeine.
Congratulations. Golf clap.
Yeah. I also miss Red Bull. I really miss the taste of Red Bull.
Oh, I can't stand the smell of it. I've never tasted it.
I love the taste of Red Bull.
So anyway, I checked Liquid Death's website, and they don't have Mountain Don't on there. The only place I've ever seen it is a random little tiny store on the side of the road that I grew up next to.
Interesting.
So me and my husband stopped there because for nostalgia
Wait a minute,
for me.
I think I know which store you're
I think you
about.
do. Nostalgia for me, stopping there to get Big Red when I was little. For those of you who don't know what Big Red is, it's just red cream soda, but branded. But I walk in, I'm like, oh, I wonder what flavors of Liquid Death they have. And I go over there, I'm like, what's Mountain Don't? They only have it in the tall can. And
Does it taste like Mountain Dew?
yes. Well, not exactly the same. I like it more than Mountain Dew.
Okay, is it like, you know when, what is it? Like those off-brand, like Mountain, what was the off-brand Mountain Dew
I don't
name?
remember anymore.
But it's like, Dr. Thunder is a good example.
Yeah,
like
Dr. Thunder's.
how you could taste the off-brandness of Dr. Thunder compared to Dr. Pepper.
That's the funny thing. I like Dr. Thunder more than Dr. Pepper. Fight me.
Down in the comments. Because I don't really have an opinion on this, because...
I also enjoy...
Okay, how about this new Fight Me?
Hold on.
I don't even like the taste of Dr. Pepper / Dr. Thunder.
Okay, some people don't like it.
Fight
They can't
me.
handle the 23 flavors. I also enjoy Great Value root beer. They make really good root beer.
I've never actually had their root beer.
It's really good.
Okay, this is a weird conversation we're having.
Yeah.
I have to be in the mood for a root beer.
Gotcha.
Like, it's way too heavy. Like,
I could have root beer any day.
the darker sodas sit heavier than, clear sodas.
Okay, I can understand that, yeah.
And so it's just like, to me, I have to be in the mood for that. Because if I just chug like one of the dark sodas, then it just hits heavy. This is a weird, like, someone else out there has to know what I'm talking about. I can't be the only one. It just sits heavier in your stomach.
I mean, the clearer sodas do have a lighter taste, but that's about all I can give you.
No, I'm not crazy, I swear.
Yeah.
They sit in your stomach differently. Down in the comments.
So anyway,
You have someone agree with me.
back on the Mountain Don't thing, I looked it up online. It's only available in just random little tiny smatterings of locations.
Nice, and you found one.
I found like the one near us. So if you ever want to try it,
I might stop by.
yeah,
Because I think I drive by that store sometimes after work.
yeah. And to those of you listening, look up the nearest location that sells Mountain Don't and give it a try because it's kind of fantastic.
Actually, okay, speaking of drinks that is rare. Actually, I can't even find it nowadays. And the only reason I'm bringing this up because I recently talked to a coworker about this. I drink hard ciders.
Okay.
That's my go-to like alcoholic casual drink.
Mhm.
And there is this one brand that's local to the Pacific Northwest called like Cider Boys.
Okay.
And they have like several flavors where it's just apple plus a different flavor, like apple and orange, apple and raspberry. And one time I came across one that was apple and lemon. It was apple and lemon hard cider. And I decided to buy it on a whim. And I tried it and I really liked it. I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm going to go buy more. This might be my new go-to.
Yeah.
Never seen it ever again.
Was it limited edition?
It never said limited edition on there. I looked up on their website, never saw a trace of it. I don't know if I actually drank it or not. I'm going crazy. You know, it's like that kind
You
of
just
like...
got done saying you're not crazy.
It was like that, like, oh, I picked up a hitchhiker and then they disappear when I look back kind of thing. You know, it's like, were they really there? Was this drink? Like, I've never seen a single trace. I would love that drink back.
I do recall...
Cider Boys, if you're suddenly like a weird, obscure D&D creation podcast fan and you're listening to this, make it again. I don't know.
I did want to let you know about another Liquid Death flavor that I discovered when I was looking at their website, because I've never seen it around. I'm trying to remember what exactly it was called, but it's got ghost peppers in it.
I'll try it. I would probably suffer, but I
Right?
would try it.
Yeah, they had a few flavors on their shop that I've just never seen before. It's called Deathberry Inferno.
Interesting.
Yeah. I had to go in and see what the flavor was. So far, of like all the flavors they have, I haven't tried clearly Deathberry Inferno.
I don't think you ever will.
Kilbert Grape?
If I somehow get a hold of the cat, would you try it on the podcast?
Tiny sip.
I think that's all you can handle
Mhm.
anyways. Okay.
I've also never tried Scream Soda.
I don't think I really don't look into Liquid Death that much. I just see which ones are available at the store and which one sounds the best, and
Yeah.
then I buy it.
Like recently, I've just been like buying them on Amazon because my local stores never have the flavors I want, because they just always have like severed lime, and
There's nothing wrong with that.
I know, but now I've had Mountain Don't.
Well, you gotta stop by that one store then.
I know. But Mountain Dont's not even on their website anywhere. They don't acknowledge that it exists, and I'm worried that they're like getting rid of it.
Well, we will see. It'll be a sad day, and our listeners will hear about it.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of brands that we endorse but don't get paid from, we're doing a Of Metal Magic episode today.
Not that we're asking you to pay us. We really like your stuff.
No, but again, we're not being paid by them for any of this, so
No.
we're doing this for free. So thank you, Metal Magic, for just letting us use it. And that's all we ask.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Do you have dice?
that's right. I have to roll for these.
Yep.
I forgot. I got 11.
Ooh, bottom of the list. We have not done this one. Can't find my house. Went out for drinks with friends the other night. May have had a few too many.
Side note, the Baba Yaga made this post. Okay, continue.
I'll start that sentence over. May have had a few too many. But that's really not the point. My house is now gone. Vanished. Stolen away to some unknown and cruel fate. Anyone who can bring it back will be rewarded. I know we don't do parentheses, but this one's just the person saying something else.
It's like the disclaimer.
Yeah, it's like, provided the contents of the house are still there and intact, of course. In the meantime, you can find me staying at the Dashing Hound Inn. Signed, Dovnik Kern.
Well, provided a name for us.
Cool name, actually.
I'm not going to say, yes, let's do the Baba Yaga thing. That was just a joke because that. But it also made me think of the Dude, Where's My Car movie.
I have not seen that. I've seen the commercials and they made me giggle a little bit,
It's a dumb movie, but it's
which is why I
a
haven't
funny
watched
dumb
it.
movie. It's just the snippets of, dude, what does my tattoo say? Sweet, what does my tattoo say?
Dude,
What does
Does my
my tattoo say?
I know I've seen that clip.
Sweet. What does mine say?
Yeah,
I quote that scene more often than not.
more often than you should.
Yeah. But I'm a millennial. I think that's a millennial movie.
Yeah, that's a pretty millennial movie.
Anyways, what are we doing for this? Besides the walkaway house.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the fun thing. Where does the Baba Yaga get her house?
I don't know the lore of that.
If anything were to happen to Baba Yaga's house, would she just enchant a new one?
Oh, you're saying that she stole someone else's house and this is that person? Is this
Perhaps
someone
his house
else?
just got up and walked away.
I also thought about, the movie Monster House.
Yeah.
What happens if it's just a possessed house and it just like plops, drags itself away?
Maybe his house was a mimic all along.
Oh God, are we doing that?
Yeah.
We finally stayed away from mimics for quite a while.
It has been a while.
We have
Maybe
phase.
it's like an elder mimic that used to, I don't know, work with his ancestors or something, and so it's just kind of been hanging out as a house for a long time, napping and stuff because it's old, And I don't know, maybe a monster hunter came along, was like mimic, and captured it.
I had a stupid thought.
Hmm.
This is just a prankster that just was able to like etch a rune of invisibility on the house. And the house is still there, it's just invisible.
Sorry, I just imagined like the party revealing that to Dovnik and him being like, oh, my house is still there? Cool. Goes into house, opens the door, walks inside. You can still see him. He goes upstairs and sits on the toilet.
Well, to be fair, if we do the same, if we apply the logic, if it's just the house, it has to involve everything in the house because all of his belongings are also gone. So therefore, if it goes invisible again when he's in the bathroom, he would also disappear.
I know, but it was a funny image. Kind of like
Yeah.
Wonder Woman, her invisible jet.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I mean, do you want, like, if we do that, then what? That we would do a wild goose chase kind of thing and just they find the culprit who's doing it and then they just admit, like, yeah, the house is still there. The guy who posted this, Dovnik, he's a jerk, so I wanted to teach him a lesson.
Or it's like a trickster god thing, just messing with people.
I mean, the trickster god helps those who want to do something like this.
Okay, so they follow a trickster god.
Follow or just like a cleric of the trickster god talk to him. It's like, hey, you could do this, and teaches him. It shows him a one trick thing. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be a follower.
Hmm.
Do you want to do that? I mean,
What if when you go to where his house should be, there's just like a perfect sphere, like the bottom of a sphere, taken out? And what happened is someone used like a magic orb or something to shrink the house down into
a snow globe.
a snow globe type situation, thinking he was in there maybe, trying to capture him, but at least giving him an environment to live in.
I had like this weird immediate like train of thought that went through my mind of like entire scenario.
I love how fast those
It
go.
was like a brain blast from Jimmy Neutron moment. I really did have one of those.
I was thinking of the scene in Ratatouille when he eats the ratatouille.
I will describe the like general flow of the brain blast I just had.
All right.
If we do the whole like taken thing, Dovnik, he's just an average guy.
Mhm.
Whatever job he is, like maybe just a generic tradesman and all that stuff.
Yeah, he works at the general store.
Or just like he's a carpenter. It's like a tradesman kind of thing. But he's just average Joe.
He doesn't have a trade name though.
They don't do that in D&D usually. That's only actual historical things.
Yeah, fine.
But I was gonna say, he just has an extremely hot wife, in
Oh,
which
no.
like so many people are super jealous of him. It's like way out of his league. And what happens if this might be too much of a cliche and we could change this part, but it's just like Noble once obsessed with her, has a hots for her and all that stuff, and basically got a magical item that while he was out stole her, which just stole the entire house if we do the crevice thing, and it's like snow globe. And he's not exactly wants her. He like is obsessed with her personality thing. It's
Mhm.
obsessed with her beauty and all that stuff,
Right.
and wanted just to like in the snow globe to like stare at her every day kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so then the house is sitting in a snow globe in maybe the noble's house or whatever location of whoever is obsessed.
Mhm.
And as I'm talking about this, it just made me think of the Luck of the Draw episode we did because the guy was stuck in an orb.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if I want. I'm now wavering on this idea because
This one's not an orb, it's pyramid shaped. How's that?
It's still the same
Okay,
premise.
I do have one small flaw in your plan there. Nowhere on this listing does it say anything about there being someone in the house. I
But-
feel like
He could have thought that his wife would be out at the moment and still can't find her when he like the players ask, "Hey," like he could say, "I don't know, like my wife, I still can't find her, but she should be in town or something." Like
she should have been like at work that day or something.
She could have been at work or she was like visiting family, and in reality, she had like forgot something and came back to the house the moment it was taken.
Hmm.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
You can still say no.
I was gonna
to
say
this
it's like if
idea,
he has a wife he loves, he would have mentioned her in this listing.
unless he thinks that she was not in there in the first place for the day.
Maybe like she had traveled to the next town over to visit family, and unbeknownst to him, got back early.
or something like that.
Something like that.
Again, I have to ask again. Do you want to go with this, or do you want to try to think of something else?
I do like your plan, which always seems to be the case when you come up with a big overarching idea, and I'm just like, I really like this. Let's go with that.
Well, overarching sounds better when you listen to the entire thing.
Yeah.
Anyways,
No, what I'm saying is like, I usually go with your ideas and I like them. So,
that doesn't mean I don't come up with bad ones.
no, I've called you out on some of those.
I call myself out on those.
So I have an addition to make to this.
Okay.
He's asking adventurers to help him find his house and put it back before his wife gets home.
Okay. Without realizing. Okay, so that
Without
really
realizing-
emphasizes that
Yeah.
he doesn't know that the wife got taken.
Right.
And she's the reason it got taken.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has no idea that she got home early. Like, let's say a week early. Because maybe like the, I don't know, birthday party she was going to attend or something, like when she was visiting family, got rained out or canceled or something. So she just came home early.
Sure.
Something along those lines. If you're running this, you can give her a better reason.
You forgot her purse. Women do be like that.
Oh, I do be like that constantly.
Well, you forget everything.
I do.
Anyways, okay, if we're doing this, who should be obsessed with her? Because we don't have to just stick with a noble.
Yeah.
Oh, it could be just different idea. Still somewhat of a cliche.
Yeah.
It's a artist or a painter
Oh, interesting.
obsessed with beauty and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But instead of a globe or anything, he actually has her trapped in a painting.
Oh.
And so somehow we might have to flush that out,
Yeah.
or else whoever DMs this will be very confused.
Yes.
Somehow he magically was able to paint the house to then basically pull it out of existence and then trap it within the painting.
That's an interesting concept. So, no divot taken out of the ground.
No, it would be just like
Instead,
empty plot land.
empty plot, but like completely like rubbed smooth. Like
Oh, it looked
whatever
like,
was taken was like scraped up like with a palette knife.
No, I'm thinking like, you know the texture on like dirt when you rake it?
Yeah.
That looks like a paintbrush.
It could have like paint stroke like scratches in the dirt.
Yeah, but like if you think of like the texture of dirt when you
Mhm.
you drag a rake across it, it's very similar to
Yeah, like
if
Zen
you were
Garden.
like it's very not like Zen Garden rake, but more
More like a not
like
perfectly uniform rake.
yeah, where it's very dirt. Like it's not like sand that's designed for this kind of like thing.
Right.
But that texture is very similar to if you do a paintbrush across a canvas
Mm-hmm.
texture. Very similar, I think.
So
There's artists out there that's yelling right now.
Oh yeah. What I'm thinking is, it looks like what would happen if you made a broom out of twigs.
Yes, and then you drag that, and so it has that
Yeah.
texture on the ground. So that could imply that the subtle hint of it looks like somewhat of a paintbrush
Yeah.
texture to it.
And maybe they can find one part, maybe like somewhere sort of in front of where the house was, where it looks like there were 3 feet of something, the easel, where it was sitting.
I don't know about that, because if we still need to determine how magically this works,
Yeah.
is if it's a special paint, like either special canvas or special paint that he has, that he's able to at a long distance paint the house to then pull it.
Yeah.
I don't think an easel in the real world, it's I feel like in my mind this magic is a what you paint you pull, from this.
It's like, it works better in my mind as if you paint an object, then you can just see it as if you're looking through a window at it at all times. Like, it
that's creepy.
updates in live time. But pulling something out of reality. Oh, okay, I got it. He painted it. He can see it in real time. That's how his magic usually works. But then he cut out the center of the canvas. And in doing that, removed it from the real world.
Okay, but where would it go, and how would the players then return it?
He has it framed in his house, so he can just watch her at all times, like the creeper he is. The way to put it back is to return the cut canvas to its frame.
Okay, I see what you mean. Usually for painters and all that stuff, it's stretched canvas on a frame.
Yeah, and he's cut it off the frame.
Cut off the frame or cut the very center of it, because
That's what I meant.
If the rest of the outside of the canvas that's like still attached to the frame is the background / ground, that's why that only disappears as just the house.
Exactly.
Okay, this could work, and we could treat the painting of the house that they find separately like the Harry Potter painting, where it still moves and she could be seen go out of it and be very confused and distraught.
That's what I meant by it updating in real time.
Oh, that's what you meant by updating real
like
time.
A window. Well, but yeah, just like Harry Potter pictures.
Like, you're saying updating in real time, meaning like, yeah, it's like if I had a security camera on the house.
Yes.
But once it take it out, then it's no longer said security camera because the house doesn't exist in real life.
No, it only exists on that piece of canvas.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then still moves, like, it's still action can happen in the painting, and you could still see her and all that stuff.
Yes.
Question: does she, which we need to come up with a name, see out? That is a very good question, isn't it?
Because yeah, if she looks out the window of the house, what does she see? I'd say yes, she can see out, but only on the side facing, like, the front of the frame, I guess. If she were to look out a different window, maybe all she sees is canvas.
I was picturing... Oh, wait, no, technically he would have taken only the house and not the ground, so then she couldn't go outside the house.
She might be able to walk out on the front porch.
Let's say it has a front porch.
I was imagining a front porch.
Okay, so she does that. This is hard to, like, what would be the perspective? Okay, look up a name real quick.
Okay. Bella.
Okay, yeah, beauty.
Yeah. Bella Kern. Okay, that flows really well.
Bella Kern. Yeah. So if...
Oh, what's the painter's name, though?
No, the painter's name is... Oh, the painter, not
the painter, not the husband.
Oh, okay.
Well, I've got an Alistair on here, but that's a little bit too...
Come on, let's do Alistair.
Vampire. You want to make him an Alistair?
Not all Alistairs are vampires.
Yeah, okay. He can be Alistair. Let's see, what was the last
Alistair sounds pompous.
Yeah.
No offense to any Alistairs out there.
Yeah.
But you do sound pompous.
Do we need to give him a fancy last name?
No, he's like Cher. It's only that name.
Alistair the painter.
It's just Alistair.
Okay.
Not even the painter. He's an artist, so it's just multiple media.
An artiste.
Yeah. He's that full of himself.
Oh.
Okay, I imagine maybe out, like, from her perspective, anything outside the boundary of her house / past the front porch
Mm-hmm.
is just canvas.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
And maybe like this is gonna sound weird.
I was gonna say, like, her point of view almost looks like a tunnel of canvas.
No,
leading
I'm
to a
thinking
window
of
his
right in
house.
front where she cannot walk, which is past the front
Oh,
porch,
okay, yeah.
is a wall of canvas, but on that wall is basically the same thing on the opposite side, which is moving paint to display what could be seen from that perspective.
Okay. See, I was
Basically,
thinking,
it's gonna be a huge like IMAX screen, basically.
but paint.
That's right, yeah, but paint, but right up to the house, so it's super distorted. And
See, I was
it's
thinking the reason she
awkward.
can't leave the porch is because he put it in a frame, so that's the glass, and she can see through it just like normal, but it's like a force field to her.
I was imagining that the canvas itself is what traps it. So then it's the canvas itself that's blocking her.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I was also imagining her seeing him just as she would normally see him day to day, not as paint.
But I imagine that he sees her as paint.
He would
in
see
the
her as
painting.
paint, yes.
So I just want like, because it's like the filter of seeing through the canvas of paint
Yeah.
to see the other side.
Okay.
I was just applying the same thing for her that it does for him.
Okay. And maybe
I
like,
don't know if that fully sits well, but
and anything from her perspective could just look like paint because she's made of paint now.
or that actually, I want to imagine that inside of it is still normal because
Normal
it
looking?
takes it from the real world, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
still real in the real world.
Yeah.
and
It's
just like
actually physically
it
there.
abducts it kind of thing. And so the party will hopefully eventually find out
Mm-hmm. Maybe they come to realize
that
Maybe
the wife
they're-
is now missing.
maybe there's a whole like slew of missing monuments or like missing ruins and stuff that this painter has stolen.
I was thinking that it was just a obsession over like the
Just-
most beautiful like woman in the kingdom kind of thing.
Okay. What else is he doing with his magical paints though? And we never actually determined, is it the paint that's magic, the canvas,
What happens
or
if he was like, okay,
him?
we could like have this lead down possibly for a future thing
Yeah.
where it's like his obsession for that, he got it from a warlock whose patron saint is for like, chaos or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just given, this is his first opportunity. He's like, oh, I want her for myself and all that stuff. And then, some shaded cloaked man comes and was like, oh, I could give you the power to do so. And then, it's like that kind of.
Okay. So the magic itself doesn't originate from him. He got it
No,
from some
he
drug
gets
dealer in an alley.
He gets a magic paintbrush.
Okay.
And it's a magical item that he gets from someone who knew that he was going to, he was desperate and was obsessed with something.
Mm-hmm.
And so they saw an opening.
And the initial selling point was whatever you paint with this brush, you can see. Like it will
They
give you a window into their lives or something. Like whoever you paint.
yes, but then I think they also explain like, hey, this is the trick of, abducting.
Maybe they didn't explain it as here's the trick to it. Maybe they explained, but don't ever cut out that canvas because it will trap them within.
Oh, it's like the mischievous, like, well, don't do this, or
Yeah.
else
By
this
the
will
way,
happen.
don't do this thing. Nope. Don't do that.
Knowing full well that he's
Totally gonna do it.
Okay, yeah, it's the reverse psychology thing.
Yeah.
Okay, is there anything else for us to add?
No, I think that's pretty much it. You just gotta go.
The party's going to find out that the wife is also missing.
Yeah.
And then
Maybe they don't even find out that
that
she's
will-
missing.
I think that will lead down to the fact that she has people who admire her, and then that's when they lead to asking maybe a couple potential and the artist.
Maybe if they go like talk to the neighbors or something, they'll be like, "Oh, I saw Bella come home earlier today."
That's
Or,
the kind of thing.
yesterday.
That's the kind of thing, and then that will lead to like she has to be the catalyst of
Mhm.
them looking down the avenue of why would someone want to take her,
Yeah.
and then that will lead to the artist. Okay, that sounds good. If you put this quest in your campaign, let us know how creeped out the party was because of the obsessive artist.
Oh,
You could do so down in the comments of this YouTube video, along with all the other comments I demanded about our interesting opinions. On X at QuestboardPod or on Blue Sky at Questboard. Just want to say thank you of Metal and Magic for providing this.
yeah.
This was an interesting one, and I think we did you justice.
I hope we did.
I hope so too. If you have a job posting of your own that you want us to make a quest out of, you can let us know on any of our social media sites. If you're listening to us on YouTube, hey, we have a podcast on the go. We are on most podcasting platforms. Listen to us while going to work or going to school. Play us in the background. And if you're listening to us on the go or any of that stuff, we do have a YouTube channel, and Tiff will probably, for this episode, display the posting that of Metal Magic post because he does his own artwork.
It's beautiful.
So go and check that out. I think with that, I wish you all good night.
And happy questing.